Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John Ramsey Field on the campus of Bear River High School. It's playoff time. It's in the air, and tonight is the final league game for Bear River as they take on Placer next on the Nevada County Game of the Week. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look right there at the 1999 Bear River Bruins. The last time we'll see them on this field, I'm Gil Dominguez along with the Big M himself, Marty Mortensen. Good evening, Marty.
Hey, it's a great night, isn't it, huh?
Well, it is. It's a chilly fall night for football here, November 12th, and we've got a great game tonight. Once again, the whole season comes down to Placer.
Yeah. Single game, one game tonight into the season. No rain in 10 games. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more than this. And I think we're ready now to see if Bear River can pull it off tonight and have a possible playoff game tomorrow.
Well,
next week. Actually, the drawing will be next. You can probably be able to explain it better than I can. I'm still kind of confused.
Yeah, we had some interesting developments today. One of the Wood Creek players was disqualified due to grades, and that wound up giving Del Oro Roseville a victory, an additional victory, and made everybody 4-2. And so that really threw a big monkey wrench. So instead of Bear River being in charge of their own destiny to get a playoff berth, now they must win tonight and then have Roseville win in order to, and Del Oro, in order to have a coin flip tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., which will determine which of these three teams, which would have identical 5-3 records, get to advance to the playoffs. So pretty iffy situation there, Marty.
I certainly agree with that. Now, after you've spent 45 seconds telling us about that, can you do it again so I can understand?
Well,
I'm still confused.
We're gonna have on Mike O'Grady from HSL Sports on at halftime, and he will be able to explain it to us in its fullest. These events just transpiring earlier this afternoon in the SFL. And, of course, for all that information, you can log on to our website, which is over at hslsports.com, and get all the latest information. Mike O'Grady's website providing all the information that you need in the SFL and the Cal. And, of course, that's where you find the Touchdown Production website, where you can log on and order your favorite games of this season. And, you know, Marty, we've had some great games so far.
It's been a great season. A lot of good football has been played in this 1999 season. And I think it's now that it comes down to this one game and see who's going to get into the playoffs, ought to be very exciting this evening.
Well, Placer is 2-4. But don't let that record fool you, ladies and gentlemen. They have been the nemesis for Bear River. As you know, they just live virtually just a few miles down Highway 49. We expect a nice turnout from the Hillmen crowd tonight. And as you see the Bear River team there preparing, asking the Lord for His guidance and that nobody gets injured on tonight's game. And it's kind of bittersweet. It's the last game of the season for the seniors here. And if the coin flip goes away, not our way, then could be the last game of their career. And right now we're getting ready for the national anthem. And Mally Roberts will sing the national anthem. She's right in center field.
See by the dawn's early what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And a beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem sets the stage here at Jack Ramsey Field for the final football contest of this 1999 season, the last football season of the millennium, Marty.
Boy, let's hope it goes out with a bang. A little New Year's celebration here. What do you think?
Well, we know that for sure Bear River will be on the road next week if they win tonight and if they win the coin flip. As for our viewers, we will be at Nevada Union next week as they continue their streak toward the section title. They've wrapped up the Capital Athletic League. We will be televising that game in the Grass Valley area. As you are watching this game right now in the Bear River area on Channel 23, you'll be able to see, if you live in Grass Valley, the Nevada Union game tomorrow. And we will be there next week at Nevada Union for first round playoff action. Okay, we're ready for the kickoff there, Marty.
Yeah, it looks like Bear River's receiving the kickoff. They got Hulsey in the back running the ball back tonight. That's a surprise. They haven't done that all year.
Well, you know, he's been the dominant rusher, and, you know, what better way to showcase him than to have him run back a kickoff. Okay, so he takes the ball up to the 32-yard line. It'll be first down for Bear River. And they'll break the huddle right there. Matt Wise under center. He'll hand off to Hulsey over the left-hand side, and the Hillmen, oh my goodness! Kelly Hulsey breaks 3 or 4 tackles.
Boy, he broke 3, 4, 5 tackles, broke to the outside, and headed it upfield. It's like he got to the Bear River 46-yard line.
You know, I was just going to say, Marty, that they had him bottled up there and that they weren't going to see, you know, allow him to gain much yardage, and then boom, he pops out just like the cork on a champagne bottle, and it's 1st and 10, Bear River. Wise hands off up the middle to Logue. Matt Logue, the ball carrier. He'll pick up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball just over the midfield line at the 49-yard line. 2nd down. Wise brings him out. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off over the right-hand side to Hulsey.
All right, Kelly.
He'll power his way down to the 45-yard line.
They went over right tackle there, and he broke, at the line of scrimmage, broke a tackle, and it took the linebacker to bring him down. Number 32, who is Ryan Gilbrick of Placer, made a good tackle on that.
Well, Bear River moving the ball well here in their first possession. 3 plays and about 15, 16 yards for them. Wise will take the ball and hand off.
Looks like he fumbled the ball. Logue fumbled the ball, looks like. I think he got it back, though.
Matt Logue, the ball carrier there, does recover his own fumble, and that's going to bring up a third down.
No, it looks like a fourth down. And
fourth down and one.
Looks like Bear River's using some of the Roseville tactics last week when Roseville only punted once during the whole game.
Well, you've got nothing to lose. This is the last game. Matt Wise takes the ball. He'll give it to Hulsey.
He's got the first down and more. He's still driving. Down for another 6 yards.
Casey Carlson there busting out of the pile at the end to give him another block. Hillmen is down, injured. Got a timeout here, but you know, that's the man you're going to give it to. You got 4th and 1, and like we were saying, there is no tomorrow, so there's no sense in doing any punting at all. And
well, especially the field position that they had on that, Gil. I think Bear River's defense could possibly hold in the first series of downs should Placer have gotten the ball. But in that spot of the field with only 1 yard to go, and you got a big back like Kelly Hulsey, there's just hand it to him and let him do his thing.
And his thing has been good enough all season long.
Except last week when he went into the end zone and lost the ball. That was a big play with less than a minute to go in the game.
Well, it takes a big player, though, to overcome a play like
right.
that. And Kelly Hulsey is exactly that kind of player, that kind of man that can bounce back from something like that. Those are the breaks of the game. Could happen in a lot of different ways.
Kevin Dross, a junior, on that was looks like he might have had the wind knocked out of him. Oh, he is limping a little bit with his right leg. So
yeah, I think he got run over by that Hulsey machine. Wouldn't want to beat on that front line as he comes barreling through there. I don't care if I have a helmet on or what.
No, and all that padding and everything else. No, I don't want to be there either. I'm sitting up here in the stand. Might be a little cold up here, but
at least it's safe.
It's safe. Unless the fans turn on us.
Okay, here we go. It's 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 37-yard line. The give is to number 20, Holder, around the left-hand side.
Big opening over the right side.
He's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great handoff on that break to the outside. Once he broke around the line of scrimmage and got into the secondary, he picked up that additional 15 yards, which was a good run.
Well, Mike Holder has the speed. There's no doubt about that. We've seen him return kicks and punts and catch passes and run out of the backfield. He's an all-purpose guy. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Same play the back way with the
around the right-hand side. He's got room in front of him. It's touchdown, Bear River!
All right.
Kelly Hulsey around the right-hand side, sprinting for 15 yards, and our first touchdown of the evening for Bear River.
He broke to the outside there, Gil, and he really showed his speed. He put his head down, just headed for the corner of the end zone, and the secondary back couldn't catch him at all. So Bear River takes a 6-0 lead here, with 9 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
It's okay.
Looks like Holder kicked the extra point there. And now Bear River has got a 7-0 lead with 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter as they get ready to go back to the 40-yard line and kick off to the Placer Hillmen.
Well, it didn't take Bear River very long. Their very first possession, not one pass in that whole drive, Marty, as they just alternated between Kelly Hulsey and Mike Holder with a dash of Matt Logue for good measure and march down the field.
Well, I think that Bear River, Coach Logue, will just continue to hand the ball off and run the plays until the Placer Hillmen come up with a stop, and then he may or may not put the ball in the air. But as long as he can get 5, 6, 7 yards each run, he'll continue to run the ball until they stop him.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to pass right now, and you want to chew up that clock. There's a lot of game left. So, the Placer Hillmen will get their first hand on the pigskin as we prepare for the kickoff right here. 7-0 Bear River. Glad you're joining us here on the Nevada County Game of the Week. Number 2, the ball carrier.
Steve Montoya carried that ball, a good gain of about 18 yards.
And a pretty nice run back by Steve on a short kick. 24-yard run back. And the ball will be marked at the 43-yard line of Placer. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hillmen.
It's like they've gone into some flankers out here to the far side.
Bowman Walkup, the quarterback. He'll hand off to number 30.
Number 37, Keone Cow. I don't speak Hawaiian very well, but...
Keone Cow. We'll go with Keone Cow.
All right.
Thanks to our stadium announcer here for giving us that pronunciation. Keone Cow. He'll gain 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7 for Placer.
They got 2 men in the backfield.
Walk up under center. He'll come back. He's going to go to pass over the left-hand side. It's complete.
First down, gain of 15 yards.
Ron Pippin, number 20, the recipient of that pass. It's a first down for the Hillmen. And that was a nice little curl pattern just right in between the zone right there, Marty. Wide open as Bear River was playing him off a little bit.
Yeah, one of the flankers broke to the outside, the other one broke to the inside, and the ball was right on the money, and it was good for about 18 yards.
Walk up, hands off, this time up the middle.
So Zach Green carried the ball for about 3 yards there.
Zach Green carried, tackled by Kelly Hulsey.
Well, you called that other play right, Marty. They put those 2 receivers out on the right-hand side, and that's exactly what they did, is they went ahead and they went with them, completing that pass. Okay, walk up, comes up, has the team under center. He'll take the snap, handoff on the right-hand side.
Zach Green again on that burst up the center on that handoff, right up the middle, and it gained maybe 1 or 2 yards at the most. Bear River defenses the run very well, but all year long the secondary has been giving up the big plays and the points. So I think if Placer wants to win this game, they will have to definitely put the ball in the air.
Well, definitely Placer wants to win this game. That's why they showed up. And they're going to do anything they can to upset Bear River's apple cart again.
I think he came up short on that.
It's going to be very close. See where they mark the ball here.
I think it'll be 4th down. And about a yard.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
Well, let's see if Bear River can...
Already, we've had 2 4th down plays here in this game. And this just goes to show you, Marty, the intensity level.
Exactly.
As Waka brings him up to the line, he'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to the big fullback. Keone Cow.
First tackle was missed and didn't hold him up long enough, and he was able to pick up the extra 2 yards. Hulsey made the tackle in the secondary. Yeah, number 37, that halfback, he's a load. Let's see, doesn't give his weight here in the program, but he is a big back.
Yeah, he's as big as Hulsey. Walk up, he's going out right, he's faking, dragged down, and credit that sack on the Bear River secondary that time, Marty. They had him blanketed back there, and Walkup had no place to throw the ball, and finally succumbed to the rushing Bruin lineman.
Yeah, the Placer had 2 receivers in the out in the pattern, and both receivers were covered, like you say, just like a blanket, and he had no place to go but to run the ball.
Okay, that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Ball at about the 26-yard line. Walk up under center. He'll take the ball. He'll hand off once again to Cow, who hurdles the line of scrimmage.
He just hurdled over 2 would-be Bear River Bruin tacklers and picked up an extra 5 yards. Unbelievable.
The track coach has got to love that one.
That was definitely a high hurdle routine. Ought to put him over on the track.
And that's got Placer in position now for to get another first down. It's going to be third down and 1 yard to go. Waka hands off again, number 37, Kenny Cow.
See, we both got faked out on that one, Gildy. It was a quarterback keeper. He faked the fullback going up the middle on that play, and he carried it himself off the right tackle. It was a face mask against Bear River, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
And more importantly, a first down. New life for the Hillmen now, as they will have, looks to be like a first and goal situation.
Placer has stepped up to answer the call, marching it right down the field from their good field position start on their own 42 to start this series of downs.
Okay, Walkup has him underneath, up to the line. He's under center. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off once again.
Fake
it again.
Oh,
Number
good block.
16.
Looks like he's in for a touchdown.
Bowman Walkup, touchdown, Hillmen.
Yeah,
4:53 left in the period.
He had two fake handoffs to both of the running backs, kept it himself, and took it on into the end zone with the two fullbacks turning around and actually doing the blocks that set it up for him to go in. Well executed play, Gil.
It was, and just goes to show you the athleticism of Walkup. Oh, there it is. Blocked extra point, and you got to love that if you're a Bear River fan.
I didn't see who blocked it. Somebody got their hand up, Gil, and was able to knock the ball straight up in the air. One of the Placer linemen picked it up, but at that point it was too late, and Bear River maintains the lead at 7-6.
Well, now Placer on an ensuing score will have to go for two in order to tie it up. Right now, because of the block, the score is Bear River 7 and Placer 6. A great gridiron battle here tonight, Marty. I'm glad that you're in the safety and the comfort of your living room right now watching this game as Bear River takes on Placer, ready to kick off.
They've got that bunched up, tried for an onside kick. No, and they all kicked. He did kick it deep this time, but you know that's going to happen.
Halsey gives it off to Holder, who sprints around the right-hand side. Couple men to beat, but no dice.
44-yard line of Bear River. That was a good return on that.
Halsey looked like he got the ball, then turned around and handed it to Mike.
And then he threw a big block, which sprung him loose around the corner.
And Speedy Mike took off all the way down to the 43-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 Bear River now. Their second possession of the game. Their first possession resulting in a touchdown, 15-yard touchdown run by Kelly Halsey.
Holder's in motion. He hands off to Matt Logue there. Oh, the flag goes in. Maybe a hold.
That's in that general area of a hold. Marty, on that kickoff, the Placer team, excuse me, had that formation earlier, and I think we saw. Oh boy. Now my memory's fading.
I think it was Wood Creek that did that.
Well, there was a team that played Nevada Union also that did that all the time, and but it always sets them up. You never know whether it's going to be an onside kick or just a regular kick, and unless it's a real obvious onside kick situation where you're going to have your hands people out there, it's a pretty deceptive formation for a kickoff. Okay, here we go. First and 10 now after the holding penalty. Wise has him under center. He'll hand off over the left-hand side to Holder, who will get maybe 1 yard on the play.
And that was a run off a left tackle trying to break it to the outside. He cut it to the inside, and he was met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard or two. But he's got about 20 yards to go for a first down now with that holding penalty. So it'll be second down and about 19, 20 yards.
We got a nice field shot there from our camera 3 operator who's down on the field tonight. Okay, Wise back to pass now. First pass of the night, right over the middle. Incomplete. Throwing to one of his favored receivers, Zach Logue. And looks like he was thrown into a little bit of traffic there.
Yeah, they had two Bear River receivers were out. They were running side by side. They both split at the end, but we also had Casey Carlson out there in the pattern. But I think they were just too close together on that. And Placer had 3 defenders on that play, so it was incomplete. So it's third down and long.
Okay, and Matt Wise in shotgun formation. He'll step back now. Obviously, passing situation. He'll throw downfield once again. This time it's going to be intercepted by number 2, Steve Montoya. And I thought that Montoya was going to intercept that last pass. He's out there playing center field right there, and this time he just settled underneath it as the orb came spinning down, cradled it in his arms, and it's 1st and 10. Placer with the ball at the 44-yard line. So, Marty, there's our first turnover of the game.
Yeah, it was too bad on that because with all the moisture in the air out here tonight, that ball wobbled out there quite a bit, and I saw that he was complaining when he came off the field that it slipped out of his hand, which it
walk
did.
up.
There's an option.
Under center this time. He'll take the option himself. This time barrels up the middle.
I think they have a holding call here in the backfield.
Well, that's a shame if they do because that's a tremendous effort by Wakub all the way into the secondary where Holder had to take him on, and little Mike Holder, I say little because he's only 5'9", 140, and Wakub is much bigger at quarterback. We don't have the exact stats on him, but he's got to be at least 6 foot back there.
He's a big kid, and when he gets up a full head of steam, he is dangerous.
Well, that fine run by Wakub is derailed by the penalty. It is holding against Placer, and they will take it up 1st and 10 again. 1st and 18 for the Hillmen, and we'll see what they reach into here for their bag of tricks now. Whistle, dead ball.
Looks like Bear River may have lined offside.
Chilly night here at Ramsey Field. Heavy dew in the air. It's all over our table here, all over me, and all over Marty.
Yeah, I thought that I looked up there and before he threw the flag, and Bear River had lined up offside on that.
So Bear River gives them 5 yards back.
So it's 1st and 15.
Walk up under center. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off over the right-hand side to Cow, who hurdles the line once again, gets into the secondary, and Marty, he's a raging bull when he gets in there.
And with the size of the secondary for Bear River, like Holder and smaller secondary backs, once he breaks through the line of scrimmage or jumps over the line of scrimmage, he's a load, and he was able to pick up some extra yards. So now they've got looks like 2nd down or 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go.
Okay.
Well, there's a handoff. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but I think he fell forward for that first down. That was number 21, Scott. Oh, good.
Scagliotti.
Oh, okay.
Scott Scagliotti.
3rd and less than a yard. Timeout on the field taken by Placer. Casey Carlson on the last tackle.
And we have a timeout charged to Placer.
I didn't see who called the timeout. Was it Placer? Placer. Some help from the Bear River fans here. They're paying more attention than we are, it looks like.
Well, we have a break in the action here. The score is 7-6. I'm Gil Dominguez along with Marty Mortensen from Jack Ramsey Field on the campus of Bear River, and this is your Nevada County Game of the Week for November 13th. And Marty, how fast the football season has gone by. I was looking at some of the tapes that we've done over the season ever since we started with the St. Mary's Nevada Union scrimmage back in September on the 3rd, and it's hard to believe that this is the last final regular season game.
It doesn't take long when you're playing every Friday night, and it's been a great season for both clubs.
And walk-up help.
Like they had an illegal procedure on that call.
Yeah,
I think someone was in motion.
That'll negate a nice run by Cow. He gained about 7 or 8 yards on that play. Would have given him the first down, too.
Illegal motion indicated against the Hillmen. They'll bring it back.
And that'll move them back 5 yards, so bring up 3rd down and 6 instead of the 3rd and 1. And looks to me like it'll be another option with Wakab taking the ball and putting matters into his own hands.
I think that would be a good call at this point because they haven't stopped. Bear River hasn't stopped that play yet.
Well, he's under center right now. Let's see what he does. Yes, he fakes it, and yes, sir, it's a bootleg. This time Bear River is ready for it, though, and they bring him down just shy of the line of scrimmage.
I think that was going to be that call, which you called it. That option for the quarterback, but you got to hand it to John Foley, big number 77, who stayed in his lane and was able to force the quarterback to go to the inside instead of going to the outside. And it was a loss, or just a gain of about 1 or 2 yards, but it gives them 4th down and about 5.
And we'll see our first punt of the game here, and it's Placer who will be doing the punting.
Good spiral kick.
Nice kick all the way down. Oh, slipped on the wet field.
Well, that was pretty dangerous down there on the 10-yard line.
It certainly is, but Holder's no stranger to danger, being the returner that he is. So was able to hang on to the ball even though he slipped on the wet grass. Just goes to show you how wet the conditions are. We saw him slip right there. We saw Matt Wise's pass go astray because of the wet ball. So weather is a little factor here, even though it's not raining. It's cold and it's damp. Okay, first down, Bear River. And Wise will have him under center, and the call is to Hulsey over the left-hand side.
He was tackled by Steve Montoya. Is up from the safety position. See, that's one thing when the visiting team against Bear River knows when they're going to be running the ball. They're going to bring up their secondary people, and so it's hard to get good yardage when they're playing up so tight. Now that they're into a passing formation, now it might be a little bit easier to break some runs loose.
And Whistle blowing that play dead even before it.
It's like it may have been too much time.
Well, they did spend at least all of their time in that huddle. Maybe
no illegal procedure.
Well, people are cold and it's wet. We've seen some illegal procedure on both sides now. Guys want to get off the line and just get it on.
I think Bear River's going to have to put the ball in the air here, maybe a little down and out. They've got plenty of room over here on the right side. No,
Mike Allen, the quarterback this time.
That was a gain of about 3 yards, brought down by, looks like number 50. Yeah, I was going to say Scott Blinn made that tackle there. Well, that's the end of the first quarter with Bear River still holding the lead at 7-6 here on the Touchdowns Productions Nevada County Game of the Week.
And we'd like to thank the wonderful underwriters that bring you the Nevada County Game of the Week each and every week. And, of course, we're talking about Liberty Motors in Yuba City And Liberty Motors in Grass Valley. They're the official automotive dealer of the game of the week. Liberty Motors, 600 Freeman Lane in Grass Valley. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals experience the new traffic circle up at the Litton property. It's a beautiful thing. Hanson Brothers Construction, building a better Grass Valley for all of us.
The Little Red Schoolhouse Educational Supply Store. Visit them in the Holiday Center. They will not be moving for a while longer. So for the Little River Schoolhouse Educational Supply, call them at 274-2206.
And Sandy Connolly and Patty Free, our good friends over at the House of Print and Copy. They make all the great football programs that you see at Bear River and Nevada Union. Let them create something special for you. The House of Print and Copy, 11501 Nevada City Highway. And we're back to action right here as Hulsey takes it around the left-hand side.
Kelly Hulsey crossed the 20, tackled by Scott Hargrove.
Looks like Hulsey was a little short on that
Pickup of 7 yards.
on that run.
3.
That referee is standing right in front of the down marker. I can't tell whether they've got it 4th down, but I think it's 3rd down. It better be 3rd down.
Casey Carlson, punt formation.
They went in. They moved back into punt formation. Casey Carlson going to kick it. They're going to get good field position.
Nice kick by Carlson all the way down to the 48-yard line.
Bear River stayed in their lanes on that, Gil, and the punt returner, number 8, Scott Hargrove, couldn't get to the outside, so they covered that play and held it to about a 4-yard gain after he caught the ball. So they'll take over now, 1st down on their own, looks like on the Bear River 49-yard line.
Well, after a first couple drives in the first quarter that resulted in scores, the teams have settled down into a real gridiron match out there. Both teams punting now on their second possession. Placer has the ball. He'll bust up the middle all the way. 1st down yardage and more. 16-yard carry for Green. And it'll be 1st and 10. Placer down at the 34-yard line of Bear River. And Marty, what a burst of speed he had right up the middle.
Yeah, that was a quick handoff. And once he broke into the secondary, he was good for about 16 yards on that carry. That's that same play again. This is number 32.
33. Zach Green.
Okay. Well, they run it first time, gain 16 yards. Run it a second time, gain 8.
Looks like 9.
9 yards.
So that's a total of 25 yards on 2 plays for Zach Green. And it looks like they've exposed a little hole there off the right-hand side of the Bear River line. We'll see what they do here. Number 16, Walkup, has them on the line. There's another handoff over to Cal. Right-hand side again. Breaks into the secondary. And Bear River has to stop the bleeding on that left-hand side of their defensive line because Placer is just exploiting it right now. 3 plays for 45 yards. Has a Placer 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to have to fortify that front line there because they're breaking right through it.
Beautiful shot there from Greg Wetley.
Well, he looks like
fumble.
The 14-yard line. Tackled by John Timoney.
That was our cameraman Greg Watley down there.
Down taken by Placer.
Little on-the-field camera for us tonight. Something new for us here at Touchdown Productions. We haven't had that before.
You get to experience the game just like the coaches and the players on the sideline are experiencing.
Yeah, we gave Greg a helmet and some shoulder pads unless they get too close to him, but he's right down there. with all the action.
I hope he's very agile, because when those players started coming his way, I'd be wanting to bail out in a hurry, I think.
Well, I told him at all costs, protect the camera.
That's good, Gil.
Okay, so timeout right here, and it's actually a good timeout for Bear River. You want to stop them right now. Momentum is a very important thing, and Placer certainly has the momentum right now. You see Coach Logue out there berating the defense right there to let's step up here and take care of the situation. And Coach Logue trots over to the field.
Second and 9.
Get a grip on your shot right now. And
option.
There's an option reverse over the right-hand side. He'll hurdle down to the 10-yard line before he's hit and rolls out of bounds.
Well, John Timoney and Holder didn't go for that fake, and they were over there covering their territory. And that play could have gone for a touchdown had not Bear River stayed in their zone there, and they picked it up. And they're able to stop that for just a short gain there. Bear River's got to step up and hold them here now.
And it's going to be a third down right now. Walk up, gives up the middle to Cow.
It's like there could have been a holding call on there.
Flag down. John Foley made the tackle.
How about how much you have to be so wide on
It's a pickup of 3 yards. There's Foley.
Yes, I thought that was a holding call. Bear River picked up a break on that one, because
They certainly did, because they're on the move. And 5 yards is 5 yards, and that's 5 more that the Hillmen will have to take. Oh, 10. Well, that's a big break right there.
Still third down.
And bring up third down and 10.
10-yard line. Third and 10.
Back where they started.
they may
Okay.
put the ball in the air here, Gil.
Okay, Walkup has them
He moved over there.
down on the
There's the
line.
flag.
It's a free play.
I think Bear River will decline the penalty. The flanker back on the line of scrimmage moved before the ball was snapped, but Bear River threw him for a loss unless they call it the play dead at the start.
Which is what they have been doing all along. I don't know why they would
The flag down
let it play.
against Placer.
That was a bad break for Bear River there, because they smelled that play out, threw him for a loss. Well, I guess they do get the option to take it, and they did.
There was a loss of 4 yards on the play.
They must have a good field goal kicker if they're going to try to do a field goal here.
For a field goal.
Fourth down. This is going to be a
Kick would be
37 yards for the Hillmen. It will give them the lead.
High snap. Look,
Nice kick,
oh, it's off to the right, I think.
but it goes off to the right. It was long enough, but just a little bit off to the right, upright there. And Marty, Bear River certainly did dodge a bullet there on that drive.
No question about that, Gil. Especially when the Placer Hillmen had the ball on it was about the 9-yard line, and it looks like they had the momentum to take the ball in. And the penalties here, penalty there, it kills the drive in a hurry.
Just goes to show you how important it is to play error-free ball. Okay, new life for Bear River now. Mike Allen, quarterback for Bear River.
All right, yeah.
That was Mike Holder, took the handoff, broke to the outside, and picked up about 7-8 yards on that play.
Keone Cow made the tackle.
Looks like they gave him only 6 yards.
On the play.
Holder showing excellent speed that we know he has and getting to the outside. And all he needs is just a crack of daylight, Marty, and he could be off into the secondary. Okay, Mike Allen has him under center. He'll hand off this time to Halsey over the left-hand side.
Looks like he came up about a yard short on that run, so that should give him a third and short yardage on the next play.
Want to remind everybody that you can catch all this action live with Tom Fitzsimmons, the hardest working man in radio. He's just about 10 feet over here to the left of us. Right to left across your dial on KNCO. Oh, Halsey!
Halsey hurdled over the top of the pile. Looks like he got the first down by about a half a yard. First
Up
down.
And down. Halsey high in the air there as he was leaping over the pile. Placer defender came up and hit him and knocked him even higher. And he's lucky he didn't get injured, landing on his neck and shoulders like that.
Yeah. I think he was determined to get that first down, and sure enough, he got it.
Okay, well, that brings up 1st and 10 Bear River. Mike Allen once again giving it to Halsey off the right-hand side.
That was a good fake by the quarterback there, Mike Allen.
Number 12, Mike Allen.
And he faked me out. I thought he still had the ball on that bootleg. But he handed it off to Halsey, and he picked up about 5 yards on that.
Okay, that brings up 2nd down. 2nd down about 5.
There was a quick handoff to Logue. Only went for 1 or 2 yards at the most on that.
Gain of about 2 yards.
Placer seems to be covering that burst up the middle. That's about the 3rd time they've run that play, and Bear River hasn't gained hardly any yards on it at all.
Well, they've got a name for that offensive line, Bear River. And let me research that real quick here. Research, of course, coming from the Union. Charles McDermott.
Whoa.
Oh, nice pass on the outside. Number 21, Zach Logue. Allen to Logue for the first down.
Number 8 for Placer, Scott Hargrove. He anticipated that Bear River pass to the flat to Logue, and he came within inches of intercepting that ball, and if he had caught it, he could have gone in for a touchdown. Just missed it on the interception. Great defensive play.
The Charles McDermott article here in the Union says that they call them the fat boys up front there.
Halsey tried to get to the outside and was caught behind the line of scrimmage and maybe gained about a half a yard.
So if Bear River is to be victorious tonight, the fat boys are going to have to do their job and dominate.
Was that P-H-A-T? Or F-A-T?
That was F-A-T.
Okay.
The Fat Boys.
Thought maybe they had a unique name for them.
That front line of the Bear River Bruins this year. A proud bunch. Okay, here's Allen back to pass. Wide open is Wise.
All right, beautiful.
Casey Carlson
broke to the inside there and was all alone. There was no defender around him at all. Great pass play.
And what made that really nice is that Allen rolled out to his left. He's a right-hander, and he had to stop and turn his body and still get the ball out there to Carlson, who, like you said, was wide open. Nobody around him for 5 or 6 yards in any direction. 1st and 10, Bear River. Give us to Halsey off the right-hand side.
Halsey lowered his head, and one of the defenders just uprooted him, and he went over backwards on that, finishing off that run.
Well, after that first drive, the Hillmen certainly know that when Halsey's carrying the ball, he's bringing a load. And if you don't hit him hard like that, then he's going to hit you. And either way, there's going to be a collision. Okay, here we go. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. No, 2nd down to 5. Give us the holder off the right-hand side. Big hole, but he runs into some linebackers there.
Yeah, the linebackers of Placer are uptight, just off the line of scrimmage, anticipating the run, and they just can't. There's just too many people to block, and Bear River can't put unless he breaks way to the outside. He can't pick up any yardage. So now they've got 3rd and about 6 yards.
3:38 remaining in this second period here. Bear River sets in position. Allen back to pass again. He'll throw to the outside. And slipping down was Zach Logue on the wet turf about the 15-yard line. And almost set up an interception opportunity there for the Placer defender.
Yeah, it was very close. It was almost close to pass interference there also. He kind of came over the top, but it seems at this level they just don't call that like they do in the professional football league. 3:25 left in the second quarter. Bear River's got a 4th down and about 6 yards to go for a first down.
Okay,
Matt
now
Wise in here.
Wise, the quarterback now, and he'll roll left.
That was that option run that they had run a couple times. Looks like Placer Hillmen have been watching the game films because that didn't work this time.
That's going to bring up a 4th down situation, Marty.
That was a play that, if you remember in the Rockland game, where he rolled out like that and took it for almost a touchdown. Well, in fact, he did take it for a touchdown, if I remember. It was about 35 yards. But that time the Placer Hillmen held, and now they take over on their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. There's a handoff to Green up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards.
Gain of 4 yards. Stopped by Kent Sheridan and John Timoney. 2nd and 6.
Placer's got the ball on their own 39-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 6 yards to go.
And with just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter, Placer thinking get something on the board right here. Walkup, nice throw to the outside, and it's a reception right on the 48-yard line.
Bear River had no coverage on that, on number 39, David Floyd, and he picked up a first down on a big pass play.
They're at the Bear River 47.
No, not so fast. Tighten up your pipe.
Oh, the quick handoff play. Holder making a saving tackle on that run for about 12 yards.
After a pickup of 15 yards, 1st and 10 Placer. Ball spotted at the Bruins 32.
Oh, good fake. Oh, now I pitched out. Boy, there.
Yeah, he's doing terrible.
There were 3. That was a great faking on the quarterback there. He had faked a handoff to the fullback, faked another handoff to the other halfback, and then pitched to the outside halfback and picked up about 5 yards.
Well, time on the side of the Bruins right now as we just go under 2 minutes now. Trying to
They're
keep
moving the
Placer
ball, though, Gil.
out of the end zone.
That quick hitter this time was held for no gain.
Gain of 2, John Foley and Kent Sheridan made the stop. 3rd and 3.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Hillmen. No, that can't be right. That looks like about at least 3 or 4.
3 or 4 yards
Yeah,
there.
scoreboard must be wrong. Cow off the right-hand side, and Bear River starts to stiffen, and just in the nick of time, Marty.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play there on the right-hand side. Well, the Bear River's left-hand side of the line, but on the right-hand side of the Hillmen, and it stopped him for almost no gain. So it's 4th down again. I guess they're going to try another field goal, maybe.
Nice shot there by our field camera. You can see the steam coming off of the players as it is very, very chilly out here, and they are very warmed up.
On 4th down.
Oh, sure you are. Walk up under center. He'll pass. Off to the left-hand side. He's going to try the sneak, and it's no good. Penalty flag down. I don't think he got the first on the game.
I think they're going to call him for a face mask. I thought so.
That's what it is. Yeah, it looked like his head kind of bowed down there when he was going down.
After such a good defensive play on that, and they stopped. They had held the Placer Hillmen on that, and now they've got half the distance to the goal. Looks like. Got 37 seconds left to go in the half.
Walk the ball down to the 12-yard line.
Okay, Walkup has the team down. He'll take the snap. It's a fake again. Fake up the middle. And that looks like to be one of their favorite plays, Marty, is faking the ball to Cow or to Green, and Walkup taking it either left side or right side.
Yeah, and Bear River stayed in the lanes on that on their blocking assignments and was able to pick up the quarterback trying to cut to the inside, and they held him to no gain. So with 26 seconds left to go, Bear River's got to stiffen again here, and I think this is their last timeout, Gil. I'm not too sure, but I believe they just used their last timeout.
As the band plays here, and if you've never been to any of the high school action out here, either at Bear River or Nevada Union, you are certainly missing some wonderful athletic competition in all the different sports. I encourage you to come on out, bring the family. It's a great family atmosphere. Of course, in the middle of November, you want to be sure to bring your coat, Marty.
Absolutely. It is a pleasant evening this evening. A little damp, but it's nice football weather.
Okay, Walkup checking his lineup. Now he gets under center. He'll take the snap. He's back to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Placer!
The Bear River defender fell down.
With 19 seconds remaining in the second half, Placer goes ahead 12-7.
Yeah, the Bear River secondary fell down. I think that was Mike Holder who fell down, and that left the receiver wide open in the end zone. It was a pinpoint pass right on the money. They're going for 2 points.
And there's a handoff over the left-hand side.
I don't think he made it.
He won't make it.
Bear River's coming off the field a little dejected there because they did hold him on that fourth down and had that penalty. And now with that pass play, the Bear River is going to have to step it up in the start of the second half.
Well, one good thing is that they didn't get the 2-point conversion after missing the 1-point conversion in the first quarter. And now Bear River can take the lead just by virtue of a touchdown. So Bear River is still sitting in a somewhat good position. They're down by 5 points.
19 seconds left to go in the first half, and I think this will probably be a squib kick, Gil, and they'll just kind of run the clock out here.
It'll be Ryan Gilbert kicking off for Placer.
Till down, I didn't see too much stance. Yeah, I want to see field. It's a sideline kick.
Out of bounds. Bear River will get a couple plays with 19 seconds left.
Well, that was a smart play there by the Hillmen. You don't want to have them any chance to have a run back at all. And, you know, so what?
You don't think he deliberately kicked that out of bounds, do you, Gil?
So what? They get a penalty. No run back means no score.
That's exactly right. Now the Bear River Bruins have 19 seconds to, and they have the ball on their own. Oh, they're going to make them kick it again.
Well, that's Bear River's option to do that. And, of course, they can put it out of bounds again, and we could play this game over and over again.
Proceeding
That'll give Bear River a little bit better field position there.
Placer will kick off from their own 35.
Maybe they'll do the old Stanford Cal, pitch the ball around and maybe go for a touchdown. What do you think about that?
Hey, razzle dazzle, we love it.
Last game of the season.
Pull out all the stops. Don't leave nothing on the field.
Exactly right.
There is no tomorrow. All those cliches.
Well, there is a tomorrow if Bear River can win tonight and they can do the coin flip.
All right, tomorrow comes early at 7 a.m. Hulsey with the ball carrier. He'll go on the right-hand side and do his best effort.
Oh, they
Takes
got
5.
Sorry, Gil. They got 14 seconds left now. Maybe they can put one in the air and.
Yeah, I was going to say he took 5 seconds off the clock on that.
See, they would have gotten the ball on the 35-yard line with 19 seconds left to go, and now they have it on the 38-yard line with 14 seconds left.
Well,
to go,
that's
so lost
always the or you could have run it all the way back. So
Exactly.
That's why you play the game. Okay, here we are. Allen
Hand
off to Holder. He'll go around the left-hand side, hurdle somebody, and go out of bounds. That should stop the clock with 5 seconds remaining. And inside Hillmen territory down at the 43, 22-yard pickup by Holder, and that just goes to show how fast he is.
He broke to the outside, picked up some very big yardage. Now it's time to.
The clock is winding down now as the referee starts clock timeout.
No. Oh.
The referee wound up the clock as they were coming out of the huddle. And very alertly, the Bear River team calls timeout because that 5 seconds started slipping away.
It's like that clock was started awfully quick there.
No, it was started as soon as he whistled it. As soon as he whistled it, the clock
I wonder why Bear River
operator
didn't have a standing right there and trying to do a timeout.
I think they thought they were going to be on the line of scrimmage by the time he wound it up, but they had a very quick mark of the ball. And Bear River was just coming out of its huddle when he wound up the clock, and the clock operator very alertly at the field here started it and got down to 1 second before he could stop it again. They called timeout like at about the 3-second mark, and it still took a couple seconds to react to the timeout call.
Well, I wonder what play call is Terry Logue scheduled here with
Well, it's got to be something toward the end zone. Shotgun formation. Allen, the quarterback. He'll go back. He'll let it fly down the right-hand sideline. Only one receiver out there. And Zach Logue, the intended receiver.
Well, that was their only chance they could have, is to throw a ball in the end zone, and he came up about nine yards short of the end zone on that. Well, at the end of the half, it's the Placer Hillmen 12 and the Bear River Bruins 7. As we get ready for the second half,
Right,
about 15 minutes.
And we're going to see a little cheerleader action here. But first, let's remind you that we could not do or bring you the Nevada County Game of the Week without our terrific underwriters, our terrific sponsors of the program, and let's acknowledge them right now. A to Z Supply, your local Ace Hardware store. You do have a choice for hardware in the Grass Valley area. Customer service is their most important asset. A to Z Supply.
Eldorado Savings Bank, putting customer service first for over 41 years, with 2 locations ready to serve you in the bank with their banking needs in Nevada County. Eldorado Savings Bank in Grass Valley and Lake of the Pines. 268-1200.
And right there in the same center, our good friends over at Combi Trophy and Awards, the leader in school awards and plaques in this area. Let Steve Dickey and his talented staff design your next award for any occasion. That's Combi Trophy and Awards.
We got Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County, serving our community since 1891 with property records dating back to 1850. Ask for them by name and insist on Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County, 477-2050.
And we are set here now for some We had a comment from my wife that these girls must be freezing, and I would have to agree with her that it's very cold out there. They're just, look at those faces, they're just waiting for that music to start. Anyway, while we're watching them, let me tell you that next week, Touchdown Productions and your Nevada County Game of the Week brings you exciting playoff football action. We're going to be up at the campus of Nevada Union for first-round playoff action with Nevada Union. We don't know who they're going to play at this point, but let me tell you that the Miners will be ready as they continue their march in their undefeated season. And we'll be covering that game tomorrow at Del Campo as well. It'll be our first ever simulcast for the Game of the Week. Our Bear River fans here on Channel 23 will watch this exciting game that you're watching, Bear River Placer. And up in Grass Valley, Nevada City, Penn Valley, and All Points West, they will get the Nevada Union Del Campo game live from Del Campo Stadium tomorrow as we load up the Commander, Marty, and head on down to the Valley.
I think it's going to be a great game tomorrow. The Nevada Union Miners have got something to prove. They have an undefeated season if they can win tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, there's a lot of interesting sidelights to that game. They haven't beaten Del Campo in 4 years. They've got the undefeated season. They don't need to win. They've already locked up the Cal. So you certainly don't want to get anybody hurt, but on the other hand, you don't want to advance into the playoffs after losing your last game either.
Now, you want to keep your momentum, and Del Campo, I can't remember. Do you have what their record is for this year? Are they?
They're out of it.
Okay,
they
are
lost
out of
to
it.
Grant.
Okay.
They lost to Grant, and they have no playoff hopes whatsoever. It's going to be Nevada Union and Grant. But there's pride at stake. There's the seniors wanting to beat them. There's the undefeated record. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Humphers plays this one. And, of course, we will be there. Once again, another road game. Marty Mortensen, as a matter of fact, will be there doing the play-by-play, along with Vern Bridges joining you doing some color work. He joined us last week over at Nevada Union. So it'll be Marty Mortensen and Vern Bridges bringing you all the action tomorrow from Del Campo High School as the Nevada County Game of the Week once again breaks new ground in our first ever simulcast. And now these poor girls get some relief. The music starts, and they can start moving out there, Marty.
Yeah, they've been standing out there for 5 minutes. The music hasn't been put on, and it looks like now it has, and they're ready to go.
Okay, well, let's enjoy their performance. I think she was a little cold there. And a nice round of applause from the Placer fans for their drill team, who've got to be freezing, Marty. I'm sorry.
It is a little, especially in those short outfits. I would think that I'm up here fully clothed, and I'm cold.
I know. I'm snuggling
really
up with
cold
Marty
tonight.
here. Well, I remember when we were over at Rockland and we saw the Bear River team perform, and they immediately sprinted over to the sidelines to put on their sweatshirts. Tonight, you can see the Bear River drill team is come prepared, and they're performing in their sweatshirts. and long pants. So they came prepared. So let's enjoy the Bear River cheerleader drill team right now, our featured halftime entertainment. And then we'll talk to Mike O'Grady from HSL Sports right after that. And there they are, the Bear River cheerleaders at halftime here, where Placer leads the Bruins 12-7. And as we were explaining earlier at the top of the telecast, some interesting developments happening today in the SFL, kind of unexpected. And here to kind of sort it all out for us is our official source of information, Mike O'Grady from HSL Sports. Mike, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, Gil. How you doing here?
I'm freezing. But let's go to straight to the news here. What happened, what transpired today in the SFL that's going to affect us?
Well, kind of a shocker to everybody. The HSL Sports website had been getting some emails, some rumors, some things posted on our message board on the website about a possible ineligible player on the Wood Creek team that would affect the outcome, of course, of the Wood Creek-Roseville game. I made a call early this morning about 9 o'clock and talked to Jug Kovic. Jug is the league commissioner for the SFL. And it just so happened he was on the phone at that time to the principal at the Roseville High School, and she said, yes, indeed, that there had been a report of an ineligible player from the VP of Wood Creek, and that that was going to have a major impact on the league. What it really did is, again, took away the win by Wood Creek over Roseville, bumping Roseville's record up to 4-2, along with Bear River and Del Oro. And so he was waiting only for a written confirmation from Wood Creek that this indeed happened. About a half hour after that, Jug gave me a call back and confirmed, yes, indeed, there was a forfeiture due to an ineligible player. And what that really means now is the outcome of tonight's games, Del Oro playing Rockland, you have Roseville playing Oakmont, and, of course, Bear River and Placer here. Should all three of those teams in contention win tonight, it'll come down to a coin flip tomorrow morning at Jug's office. So, you know, strange as it seems, here we are again in the SFL, final night of league play, and you still have the league representatives up in the air with three teams all in contention.
Isn't there any better way to decide these kind of situations than with a coin flip? I guess there's no time to have a playoff game or anything because the playoffs are the very next week. Yeah, unfortunately in this situation, there is no such way to
to make it happen out on the field. Of course, if there were only 2 teams in contention, you go to the head-to-head record. But in this case, we have a vicious circle with Roseville beating Del Oro, us beating, Del Oro beating Roseville, Roseville beating Bear River, and Bear River, of course, taking the game with Roseville. So with that vicious circle, the only thing they can do is a coin flip. And as I understand it from Jug this morning, all 3 of the coaches will have a coin in their hands, flip it in the air, and when they land, they'll look for the odd man out. So, if 2 coaches come up with tails and 1 comes up with heads, the coach that comes up with the heads gets a playoff berth. It's a shame that it has to come down to that way for all these kids that have worked so hard this season, but that may be the outcome. Of course, with the 7 to 12 score here, Bear River's got to get some more points on the board, or it really doesn't matter for Bear River at all.
That's right. It's a moot point, the whole coin flip and everything. If Bear River does not win tonight, then there will be no coin flip for them. And really, if they don't win tonight, what a turnaround of the whole season when they started out so well undefeated.
It is a tough way to go. You can look at all the different scenarios. Of course, a loss by all 3 teams in contention would result in the coin flip as well. But I'd have to say right now, the way things have worked out, Roseville is really in the driver's seat, having beaten Bear River. Del Oro's got a tough game tonight at Rockland. And if Del Oro loses, it doesn't matter what we do here. Roseville ends up going to the playoffs.
Now, you were saying that there's been a lot of talk on the website, people putting up postings and everything. What's been the comments?
Oh, the comments have been ranging from, lots of support for Bear River, lots of support for Del Oro and Roseville, to is this a sucker punch type of situation? Why did it take so long for this to come to light? But, as I understand talking to Jug, some of these things just take time to sort out and make verifications.
Do you think that's really the case, or did they maybe drag their feet? Obviously, you have to make a decision like this before the season ends, or else really it's a moot point. But, dragging it out to the last game, I was talking to some of the fans earlier up here, and there was some grumbling that they thought it was maybe a cheap shot at the last week of the season.
Well, actually, from my understanding, it just took a while to discover. The kid that is involved in all of this apparently was a walk-on to the team after the Placer game. The kid was not on the Roseville roster, on the Wood Creek roster. And so, therefore, they didn't discover it for a couple of games later when they started checking who is this kid who's not on the roster, and it was at that time they checked into his eligibility. Each week, the teams submit their rosters and they verify the eligibility, and in this case, with no name on the roster, it kind of slipped through the cracks. Honestly, I don't think there was anything intentionally done by Wood Creek. And actually, it was Wood Creek themselves who made the report to the league president and to the commissioner, Judkovich.
Well, and as they should. Okay, well, Mike, thanks for giving us your inside analysis here on that situation, and we look forward to looking at some more information on the website. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, hslsports.com/TDProd. That's where you can find the site for Touchdown Productions, and we're more than happy and elated to be part of Mike Grady's organization there at HSL Sports.
One more thing, look forward. The Sacramento Bee is doing a spread on the neighbor section of the paper on HSL Sports this week. Keep your eye out for it. And remember, all fans, supporters, coaches, parents, if you've got information, if you've got pictures, send it on down to HSL and we'll get it up on their website for you.
All right, real good, Mike. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Gil.
Okay, Michael Grady there from HSL Sports. And like he said, it's the playoff picture has been muddied due to the infraction of the Wood Creek player, and but it's all a moot point unless Bear River does something in this third quarter. So as we prepare for third quarter action, let me remind you that the Nevada County Game of the Week is brought to you by some wonderful underwriters, wonderful sponsors here in our local community, including Liberty Motors of Yuba City and Liberty Motors of Grass Valley, the official car dealers of the Game of the Week.
Also, Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. HBE Rentals has all the equipment you need. Whether you are a contractor or a homeowner, Hanson Brothers Construction and HPE Rentals.
And the Little Red Schoolhouse Educational Supply Store. Stop by and meet Lynn Dominguez and let her help you with all your educational needs. Remember, the Little Red Schoolhouse is your year-round partner in education.
What happens when two savvy businesswomen start a business in Nevada County? You get the House of Print and Copy, where every dollar earned goes back into the community. The House of Print and Copy at 273-1000.
And, of course, your leader in sports television in Nevada County, we are Touchdown Productions. Tune in next Saturday night as we bring you exciting football playoff action live from the campus of Nevada Union at Art Hooper Field as Nevada Union begins its quest in the playoffs, defending its undefeated season. It's going to be a great game out there, so be sure to tune in next Saturday. Football season's not over for us. Touchdown Productions will be going to the playoffs, and we'll be following the Miners all the way to that section title. Okay, and now Bear River's kicking off to start the third quarter. Hargrove, the ball carrier, he slips down at the 15-yard line. Oh, end over end, cartwheel. And he'll go all the way up to the 28-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, Placer.
That was a
Marty,
great tackle by Zach Logue there, number 21 for the Bear River Bruins.
So did you understand all that stuff?
I think I got
Mike
it now. I think I have it now, and we'll 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I guess I'll have to really understand it. I'll have to be over there at the coin flip.
Well, here's the bottom line. Bear River's got to win tonight, and
Yep.
right now they're losing 12-7, and Placer has the ball. Cow up the middle.
For no gain, it looks like they're fired up again. Coach Logue must have had another talk with the troops.
Oh, boy, I can just imagine what Coach Logue was saying to him down there in the locker room. Fortunately, this is a family show, and we don't show what goes on in the locker room. But, you know, you need to do that, though, every now and then. You know, they have to realize that this is an important game, and they have to gut it out and somehow steal a victory here away from Placer. Okay, we'll hear Waco back to pass now.
Oh, it's incomplete.
Pass was kind of thrown to the outside of him there, Marty. He had to slip down and try and get it, and it bounced on the ground.
It looks like the field gill has gotten a lot dewier out there, if that's a word. A lot of dew on the field now.
It's deteriorated, that's for sure.
And
then
you can see the slippage that's going on.
Well, the field itself is pretty worn out right in the center.
But it seems to the outside of the where the grass is, it's causing a little bit of a problem.
Okay, Waka brings the team up. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back to pass right over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 38.
Well, I think it's number 39, David Floyd. And it was, I think if it was been a better pass, it probably would have been caught. It was a little wobbly. Once again, the wet football, I think, did have a bearing on the receiver not being able to catch that ball.
I think that was still pretty catchable, though. I mean, it was right there on his shoulders, and he had his hands up there on it, and those are the plays you got to make, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of whether it's wet or slippery or cold.
Yeah, right over the middle. He had the first down, and he had a clear shot to the sideline. So
okay, that's going to bring up a 4th down now. Punt formation.
Almost got the kick blocked. Oh, great bounce down to the 29-yard line.
Excellent shot right there to our cameraman, Greg.
I noticed he was bailing out a little bit there, too. Huh?
No, no way. There's no way Greg was bailing out. He was hanging in there for that shot. He was going to take that hit. He's going to take that hit for the team. There's that shot right there. They had a nice field shot. Can we go back to that field shot, Corey? Camera 3. Let's just see camera 3. We've got a nice field shot right there. There we go.
That boy takes it right down to the line
right
of scrimmage.
Down there on the line of scrimmage for us. And what a great job he's doing tonight. He's new to the crew, and we appreciate him coming on out.
Gives a whole new perspective of how the line looks there.
And there's the Fat Boys that we were talking about before for Bear River. They call themselves the Fat Boys. And they have to do a job tonight here in the third quarter if Bear River is going to prevail. Placer sneaking in with a last-second touchdown in the second quarter to take the lead, 12-7. Third quarter action happening right now. 11 minutes left in the third quarter.
Oh.
Kelly Hulsey off the right-hand side.
Oh, it's a great run. Over right tackle, broke to the outside. He had only one defender to beat.
23-yard pickup by Kelly Hulsey.
Excellent
and he
run.
hurdled a couple people there on his way, romping through the secondary. And he is pumped up for this game in this third quarter. You can see that.
Hand off to Hulsey again. I think he's determined right now. He's really lowering his head and picking up the extra yardage.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that the concern for Kelly was the concussion that he received, and he sat out a couple games because of it. Very dangerous situation, but he came back in the Rockland game to set a new Bear River rushing record, which me and Marty had the pleasure of calling. So he's continuing on that trend right now.
There's Holder
the
the
ball
outside.
carrier.
He didn't make it for any yardage there. Tried to break to the outside, and he was brought down, looks like by number 32, Ryan Gilbrick.
Ryan Gilbrick on the tackle, 2nd and 10.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bruins. Ball at the 37-yard line of Placer. First drive of the second half for Bear River. The give right here is
Hulsey
over to
again.
Hulsey, who is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Very good defensive play by Scott Scagliani.
Wrapping him up 5 yards back in the backfield, and really that's the way to play Hulsey. You don't want him to get that head of steam up, and if you can get him back there, then that's going to we're getting a report now that Hulsey might have been shaken up on that play, but he's a gamer and he's staying in the game.
Well, he only got one.
Allen back to pass. Whoa!
Only had one
Looked like-
receiver in the pattern on that. They had
Looked
three
like
men
Zach
covering.
Logue stopped there, Marty.
He had to run through. He had to run through two defenders, and because there was only one, everybody stayed in the block, and nobody was there. They only had one player out in the pattern, so it was that wasn't going to go anywhere. It looks like Kelly Hulsey hurt his right arm a little bit.
Oh, they'll look at him on the sidelines there. Meanwhile, it's 4th down, and Bear River in punt formation. Oh, very nearly
I
blocked.
think we have to have a flag there.
The crowd asking for a flag, but he turns his back on him. And the referee
was saying that he was
that he went into them instead of them going into him. I think that was the interpretation.
Oh, and now they give they said they didn't hit. Oh. The ball's going to come out to the 20-yard line. Looks like it was down on the 1-foot line. Boy, Bear River can't buy a break here.
Well, all kinds of good calls on that play.
Starting to show some of my homerism here.
And Placer, the recipient of that good fortune, and they'll pick up the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the third period, and they have a 12-7 lead here at Jack Ramsey Field. We're glad you're along with us here at the Nevada County Game of the Week.
Now, it looks like, I don't know, they didn't
Green,
call a
the ball
flag on
carrier.
that. There was a 12-yard gain, but it looked like the offensive line left early on that play.
Stopped by Ben Tatman and Mike Holder. 1st and 10, Placer.
But they didn't call it. They didn't see it that way, and so it was a big 12-yard pickup. 1st and 10.
And Walkup brings him up to the line. He's under center. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off right up the middle to Green. Green
He
breaks in the
fumbles the
secondary,
ball.
fumbles the
Bear
ball.
River's got the ball. Big turnover.
And Bear River.
Matt Logue came up with that fumble recovery. It's a good hit.
And that's going to bring up a first down for Bear River, and now we've had our second turnover of the game. The first turnover was Bear River, the intercepted pass over to Placer, and now a Placer fumble gives Bear River first and down at the 45-yard line. The give is to Logue off the left-hand side, and he'll gain about 5 yards there.
That was a quick hitter off the left tackle and picked up about 5 yards on that.
And you could feel the momentum after that fumble.
I think Bear River has to now take this ball in.
Over to Bear River. The cheerleaders were cheering. The fans were stomping their feet.
Probably because their feet were cold.
Well, that's besides the point. Hulsey off the right-hand side.
Down to the 35, close to the first down.
Me, I'm just settling for rubbing my legs. Just trying to get some warmth in there.
Well, you can see the steam coming off the players' helmets there, so it is a little getting a little chilly out here.
Right. If you're in your living rooms right now, I want you to pull your comforter up just a little bit tighter around your shoulders, and just pretend that you're right here at Ramsey Field. Okay, third down and 3. Allen.
Looks like
off
he got
to
the first
Hulsey.
down off the right tackle. There was a good block by John Foley on that to open up the hole.
First and 10, Bear River. We have a Nokia cell phone.
You have to follow the ball.
Found on the field. If you believe it's yours, please come to the press box to claim it. First and 10.
Okay, Allen will bring him up first and 10, and he'll hand off
Hulsey
up the middle.
right in the middle of the line of scrimmage there for just a couple yards.
Actually, that was Matt Logue.
Was it Logue?
Yeah.
After a gain of
Thank God we have this monitor here. Sometimes it's a lot easier to see here on the monitor.
Exactly right.
Well, if that's the case, we might as well sit in the commander. We can call it from there.
Nice
Be a
and
lot
warm in
warmer.
there.
Okay,
There's a
Allen,
fake.
he's back
He's
to
got 2 men
pass.
to-
He's deep in the pocket.
Oh,
He'll
right
throw
up
over
short.
the middle
Holder. All
to
right.
Holder all the way down to the 4-yard line and a first down, Bear River.
That was a great pass route by both Casey Carlson and Mike Holder. Carlson took it deep, and Holder cut to the inside, and the ball was right there as he turned around. It's first down and goal to go. Bear River is on the march.
And Holder's pumped up. He's coming off the field, shaking his fist and saying, yeah, let's go. And there's a handoff.
Hulsey, the
Hulsey off
outside.
the left-hand side. He'll maybe gain 1.
tackle by David.
We had a timeout, official timeout. And he's coming over to talk to Coach Logue.
It's a gain of 2 yards on the play. Second and goal at the 3. Official timeout.
I didn't see what the controversy was there, Gil. Maybe it
Well,
might have been an equipment problem or something.
These officials, let's see camera 3, Corey. We can get a shot of the official coming down the field. You can talk to Coach Logue right there. They're looking over at the scoreboard for some reason.
Clock is being reset to 6 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay, it's a clock problem, and it's being reset to 6 minutes and 10 seconds in the third quarter. And the Fat Boys run up to the line. They're ready to go right now. They're ready to dig in. There's the handoff.
Hulsey.
Up to Hulsey, all the way down to the goal line. And they call it touchdown. Touchdown, Bear River.
It's really strange there, Gil. The head linesman, who was the farthest away from that play, called the touchdown. Everybody else is standing around kind of looking at each other.
Well, she had the line of sight down the field and down that goal line, and she calls them as she sees them. But what impressed me there was that the Fat Boys ran up to the line of scrimmage after that temporary timeout. They were rejuvenated by the little break there and just really took it to the Placer Hillmen line and got Hulsey the yardage that he needed to score. Here's the extra point.
It's a good snap right through the uprights.
It's good. Okay, well, that's what they needed, and Bear River takes the lead now, 14-12, with just under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Once again, Bear River has to win tonight in order to force a coin flip tomorrow in one of the more unusual endings to an SFL season. Coin flip will determine whether they advance in the playoffs or not. So very unusual situation, playing for the right to flip the coin.
Yeah, they must win tonight, and they've taken the lead. Bear River took advantage of that fumble recovery and took it in for a score.
And not only do the coin flip, but be the odd man out on the coin flip, since 3 teams will be flipping. Okay, nice kick all the way down to the 25-yard line. And it'll be Scott Hargrove, number 8 for Placer, bringing the ball back up to the 35-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10. Placer Hillmen. And not as many Hillman fans out here tonight, Marty. I thought we'd see a setup like we did when we played Colfax. And Colfax brought out a lot of fans for the game. Of course, there's a lot of fans over here over in the end zone, just standing there. Okay, 1st and 10. Green, the ball carrier.
That was a good recovery there by Green. He slipped and fell before he got the handoff, and he was able to recover, take the handoff, and gain about 2 to 3 yards on the play.
Well, once again, the wet turf becoming a factor here as it gets later and later and the dew gets heavier and heavier.
And I get colder and colder.
All right, snuggle up over here, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Let's
I'll be
stay
there.
warm. Okay, Walkup, the quarterback, and he'll do the option again. Penalty flag down.
Oh, look at that.
Pass is tipped by Hulsey.
Tipped that right into the arms of the back out of the backfield, but I think they're going to have a holding call in the backfield.
Yeah, they are.
No, it's not a holding. It's the illegal procedure.
Number 32, Ryan Gilbrecht, the receiver, on the tip from Hulsey, got his big paw up there and went right into his hands, and he made the reception, but it'll all be for naught, as the illegal procedure call will move Placer back. And once again, Bear River gets a big break right there. 5-yard penalty, but it negates a 15-yard pass reception.
So you can calculate that out to a 20-yard loss when you get right down to it.
That's advanced math for me, Marty. Okay, here we go. 2nd down now. Waka back to pass. He'll throw out to the flat and over the head.
He was wide open on that pattern. However, the quarterback threw the ball over his head.
Expected him to turn upfield a little bit more.
Well, the ball's getting so slippery out there, Gil. Even the referees can't hold on to it when it gets thrown to them. They're wiping it off constantly in between plays.
Well, don't they have some dry balls on the sideline that they bring in? Those ball boys are supposed to be drying that up, or is that only the NFL?
I don't think they change it every play.
Okay, Waka brings the line up. Back to pass now. He'll sprint to his right-hand side. He's going to tuck it and run. Oh, vicious hit by the Bear River defense. And they'll bring him down after a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, Kent Sheridan put just a vicious crunch tackle on the quarterback on that play and held him short of the 1st down. And they'll have to kick, and Bear River will get the ball in good field position.
And he was sandwiched right there big time. And he's probably lucky that it's 4th down and he can get off the field.
Low snap.
Kick is away.
Holder's got it.
Holder's
he
got
broke
it.
to the
He'll go to
outside.
his right-hand side. He breaks one tackle. He breaks 2 tackles. He's gone. Down the sidelines, Mike Holder all the way down to the 30-yard line of Placer.
There's a penalty flag at the 38-yard line. I think it was a holding.
But a flag on the play.
It's going to come back.
Will bring back that nice run. There he is right there, number 20, Mike Holder. And what a game Mike has played tonight, Marty.
Oh, he has. But it's been the way it's been all season. Every time Holder gets a big break and he takes it to the outside, goes for big yardage, it seems like they have a penalty. It's the whole season's been like that for him. It's really too bad because he's put on a very good show almost every game with those punt returns. He's got some bad luck. So Bear River will lose about 35 yards on that play.
Well, Mike Holder only a junior, so he will be back next year for Coach Logue. And you can expect that he will be one of the top running backs in the SFL next year.
I think you're absolutely right on that, Gil. He's got a lot of potential.
Okay, here we go. 14-12. Bear River has the lead with just under 4 minutes left. Start their second drive here.
Oh, that's a great tackle down there by, I can't see his number. It looks like 20. Is it 23? No. 27.
Keone Cow made the tackle.
37. He's got his shirt rolled up.
He's going both ways for Placer. Running the ball for him.
He made an excellent stop on Hulsey on that play.
That's going to bring up second down for the Bruins. Second down and about 8 yards. And there's Hulsey again off the left-hand side.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right.
Brought down by number 2, Steve Montoya, on a good open field tackle there.
And he's close to the first down, depending on where they spot the ball. And it looks like they will spot it just short of the first down. It's going to bring up third down and 1.
Hulsey's got to be pretty close to 100 yards already in this game so far, I think.
Well, that's one of the things we don't have is a statistician. You know, if there's anybody listening out there that wants to help us out, give us a call and become part of the telecast here as the statistician for the game of the week. Hulsey again for the first down.
Looks like he got the first down there.
Tackled by Keone Cow.
And they'll move the chains on that Hulsey carry. Once again, going to the big guy, and he delivers.
Kelsey Hulsey tonight is playing with a lot of determination. I think he's trying to do it all himself, but he is definitely getting the job done out there on those runs.
Okay, here it is.
That was J.C. Lockwood, number 8.
That certainly was.
Or L.J. Lockwood.
L.J. getting the first carry of the game for him.
That was L.J. Lockwood on the carry.
Spelling Kelly for a second. And he picks up a nice chunk of real estate. And it's going to be second down and 3 or 4 yards. Ball at the 39-yard line. Hand off to Hulsey around the right-hand side. One man to beat. There he goes. He beat him. He's running down the left-hand side. Dragged down from behind. Down at the 25-yard line. Kelly Hulsey.
He broke that tackle, got into the secondary, and he just turned on the afterburners. That was quite a run. He is just doing it all tonight.
He's coming to the sidelines now. Get a nice sip of hot chocolate or something. Actually, he's down on one knee. Looks like he might have re-injured that arm again.
He's probably out of breath. That was a
that too.
That was a great run.
Timeout called by Terry Logue and the Bruins, as once again they are threatening to score with a minute 24 left in the third period. They hold a slight 2-point margin over the Placer Hillmen with the ball on the 28-yard line of the Hillmen. 1st and 10 after that great Hulsey run. And what a great shot there of the Bear River fans as they support their Bruins. And the cheerleaders leading them on. Great fans here. There's Tom Fitzsimmons. If you can go right there, Greg, into the window. You see Tom Fitzsimmons right there, far left window. Far left window, there he is. The hardest working man in radio. Tom Fitzsimmons calling the game for KNCO. Remember, you can watch the game here on the Game of the Week and listen to it on KNCO each and every week. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 Bruins. Give off the right-hand side.
That was Lockwood again. That hole closed in a hurry by number 30, Josh Hamilton.
1:09 remaining in the third period.
2nd and 10.
Loga's come back into the lineup. .51 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Bear River's got the ball. Hand off to Holder.
Off the left-hand side, cuts up middle. Hurdling. You know, I've seen more hurdling tonight, Marty, than I can recall in any other game this season.
I think I have to agree with you on that. It's both teams are doing it tonight. Well, they're putting all of their efforts into the game tonight because they're, like you say, there's no tomorrow, except with a coin flip. And Placer Hillmen are playing for pride, trying to beat the Bear River Bruins.
Maintain that
domination.
Dominance. Right.
Exactly right.
Okay, here it is, third down. And it'll be a pass. Allen back to pass. Oh, over the middle, intercepted by Montoya of Placer.
I think there might have been a late hit on the a blindsided hit by Placer that may take him back. They did get the interception, but I think they're going to be penalized for.
Steve Montoya stepping up right into the passing lane as Allen let the ball fly, and easy pickoff for him. The call will be clipping on Placer on the run back, and so that'll move him back. But more importantly, Marty, that ends the Bear River drive, where they looked like they were in position to do some damage here and add a few points onto the board.
That's correct. Bear River had a good drive going, and it's that could have kind of put it out of reach, but they ran out of real estate on that interception.
So the third
the quarter ran out at the same time.
Oh, okay. So the score is 14-12. Your Bear River Bruins. And the Nevada County Game of the Week is underwritten and brought to you by these fine local sponsors: A to Z Supply, 13369 Ridge Road. Let Dan Wheat and his entire staff help you with all your hardware needs. That's A to Z Supply, your local Ace Hardware store.
El Dorado Savings Loan Bank, downtown Grass Valley and in the Combi Plaza at Bear River. El Dorado Savings Bank, dedicated to meeting your financial needs. Give him a call today at 268-1200.
And Combi Trophy and Awards, the official award maker of the Nevada County Game of the Week, Player of the Game, and Combi Trophy, Steve Dickey. What a great guy. Go see him upstairs in the Combi Plaza.
Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County, combining the latest in technology with the oldest on-site records dating back to 1850. Tell your real estate agent to insist on Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County, 477-2050.
And, of course, your leader in sports television in Nevada County, we're Touchdown Productions. Fourth quarter action just starting here. Welcome to Ramsey Field as Keone Cow carries the ball for Placer.
Well, what happened while we were in commercial there, they because of the penalty, the third quarter could not end on a penalty. So they ended up ended the quarter with that play right there, and now it's moved to the fourth quarter. Bear River is the team is conferring out in the at the 30-yard line, and we're ready to go with the fourth quarter with Bear River leading 14 to 12.
That's it. Oh, that gives us time to thank our sponsors one more time. That's okay. And one of our new sponsors that's coming online next week is going to be Arches Automotive in Grass Valley. So we'd like to thank Arches Automotive for being part of the Game of the Week family. Right now, we'd like to thank the other sponsors of the Nevada County Game of the Week, starting with Liberty Motors. Liberty Motors with 2 locations to serve you. Their new location in Yuba City and their previous location down in Freeman Lane in Grass Valley. Right now it's so as we begin fourth quarter action, Placer picks up 6 yards.
Third down and 4.
Third down and 4, that's correct.
At the 19.
Ball at the 19-yard line.
Bear Rivers has to stiffen up right here, Gil.
As Waka brings the Hillmen up, he'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff again. This time Bear River smells him out. And the option play is unsuccessful for Waka as the host of Bear River defenders ruin his parade there on the option.
Yeah, Zach Logue had his man covered in the secondary, and the play came to the same side as Zach and had nowhere to throw the ball, so he had to end up eating it there, and Bear River threw him for a loss. So now it'll be fourth down and 10 yards to go, so they're in punt formation. Bear River should get good field position.
And the kicker is down right on the goal line, so crucial for him not to get a bad snap. Left-footed kicker. Ball goes all the way out to the 55, 56-yard punt, which is a fantastic punt, putting Bear River back all the way down to the 44-yard line.
Bear River had a rush on. They couldn't get to the kicker, and he booted that ball out 56 yards, and Bear River will take over 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line.
Well, they called it a 38-yard kick because that was up from the line of scrimmage, but he would actually let that one go right from the goal line, the 1-yard line. So that's what I was commenting on. But still a great punt for a high school person to put the ball out in the air. Okay, here we go. Allen, the quarterback, he'll take the ball. He'll hand off to Hulsey up the middle, who
picked up
bounces.
About 7 yards on that run right up the middle.
Yeah, that was kind of a chug run right there. He bounced off a couple defenders, kept low, and somehow just kept his feet moving underneath him to gain that yardage.
You just can't arm tackle Kelly Hulsey. The teams have found that out all this year. And when you try to arm tackle him, you're not going to bring him down. That's why it takes 2 and 3 guys in the secondary to bring him down. It's like they're in a T formation here.
Yeah, Allen's got the ball. He'll hand it off to Hulsey again over the right-hand side. This time the Hillmen are ready for him, though, and he'll pick up maybe 1.
Tripped up by Nathan Smith.
Nathan Smith, the tackler for Placer.
Third down and short yardage here.
They'll call it a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 1. And what do you call here, Marty?
Well, I think I'll have to hand it off to Kelly Hulsey off the left tackle. That seems to be a play that gets a lot of yardage.
3rd and 1 for the Bruins.
Well, they gave it to Logue.
Penalty flag down on the play.
Looks like
Logue will have the first down.
There may have been a holding call there.
There's a flag on the play. Holding Bruins.
Terry Logue is very upset with the officiating here right now. He's giving him a piece of his mind. He's shaking his head, and It's just really on both sides for both Bear River and for Placer. The penalties are just
There
really
he is right there on the
drive.
sidelines. Once again, Greg Watley getting the shots we need for us down on the sidelines. Showing the Bear River Brain Trust there as they try and figure out a way to keep Placer off the board and protect their little 2-point lead. Of course, you only have to win by 1, Marty.
That's true, but they have a field goal kicker that looks like he can kick the ball, so you want to make sure they put a little more points on the board.
Shotgun formation right
Delay
now
a
for
game.
Bear River.
Called a delay a game. That was awful quick, 30 seconds.
Especially after coming out of a timeout. You know, you wouldn't expect to delay a game after a timeout. But this is a season for unexpected things. As we told you, the coin flip tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And we will announce that decision of the coin flip during our telecast, which is happening at the same time as this one, up in the Grass Valley area as we bring you Nevada Union Del Campo. Okay, Allen back to pass. He'll let it fly down the sidelines. Oh, over the head.
He had him open too, but the ball was just thrown a little bit too high. It's 4th down and 14 yards to go for Bear River. They'll have to punt the ball away.
Casey Carlson in punt formation.
Okay, Casey Carlson in punt formation, if we can pan left there. Nice high snap to Casey as he boots the ball. Oh, fumble by the Hillmen. Quickly recovered.
Scott Hargrove fumbled that ball forward and did the wise thing and fell on it.
None for Marty. I have my cup.
8:30 left to go in the 4th quarter, and Placer Hillmen have got the ball on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Oh, my!
Looks like Bear River's playing inspired football at the line of scrimmage. They were in on that delayed handoff, and the quarterback ended up holding on to the ball, and he was tackled and brought down for about a 2-yard loss.
Bowman Walkup unable to
Second down and 11 for the Placer Hillmen. Back for a pass. Looks like
Zach Logue intercepted it. Let's see what they call. Referees conferring right now on the line of scrimmage. Referees conferring. Oh, my!
Right in front of the Bear River bench. Zach Logue came down with the ball, and I guess it was wrestled away from him at the last minute. And
the officials are still conferring.
The Placer.
But they had already made their decision. Both men came down from the ball, but it looked like Zach Logue actually made the catch for the Placer receiver. And so since they both had possession of the ball goes to the offense. So another bad break for Bear River here late in the 4th period with Placer on the move.
Being number 37, Keone Cowell over the left guard and picked up about 3 yards. That was a big play for Placer Hillmen as both of the players came down with the ball and they're able to rule that the offensive player gets credit for the reception, and now it's 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Okay, and Waka brings him up to the line of scrimmage. The crowd shouting defense, as this time the defense does come alive.
Casey Carlson made a good defensive play on that.
Yeah,
stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Bringing down number 37, big Keone Cow, for a, could be a 1-yard loss. At least the line of scrimmage.
Crowd is fired up with the chant of defense.
Up.
They've got to hold them here, Gil.
Our monitors are vibrating here on the campus of Bear River as it's 3rd down right now. Waka back to pass, and he's swarmed under.
Four defensive players. We've got Sean Mal and Nick Whitney came in, and 2 of the players, and threw them for about a 10-yard loss on that. Great defensive play by the Bear River Bruins. Also in on that tackle was Kent Sheridan.
That was a 12-yard loss altogether there, and it's 4th and 22. Excellent defensive stand by the Bear River Bruins, forces a punt formation.
Like there's a penalty here. Don't know what the call is. The Bear River was trying to get another player on the field. They were short a player, and then they had a dead ball foul offside.
.540 remaining here in the period, in the game. And Placer has to give up the ball after 2 excellent defensive plays by the Bruins. Nice punt. Oh, Holder lets it go.
Let that one go. You know, went all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Well,
I think that was probably the wise thing to do. You can't afford to fumble the ball at this point in the game, and let's
no. And after making it look dramatic on the last one, he got it.
I think discretion was a better part of valor on that one. I think he decided to let it go. The slippery down that into the field.
It was pretty much a line drive shot coming down to him, end over end roll, and Bear River still has the ball after an excellent defensive stand by the Bruins.
Well, they got 5 minutes and 22 seconds to sustain a drive. And
just grind it out. Several first downs could tell the story right here.
Hulsey just broke into the secondary, a gain of about 7 yards, right up the middle, carrying 3 tacklers. He's a determined young man here this evening.
Yes, he is. He's carrying all the hopes and dreams of the Bear River Bruins on his back as he continues his barrage against the Placer Hillmen.
2nd and 3.
Bear River Bruins up to the line of scrimmage. It's like a handoff to Hulsey again up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Gain of about 8 yards.
Well, this is what they need right here. Grind it out. Smash mouth football. Run down the clock. 4:40 remaining in the game. And the hopes and dreams of a playoff berth awaiting the outcome of this last home game here of the 1999 season.
Yeah. Kelly Hulsey walked back to the huddle. He's a little winded. He's been doing a workhorse effort here this evening, and Holder came in to replace him. Now it's a handoff to Holder over the left side.
Oh,
he stopped at the line of scrimmage there on a big hit.
That was a huge hit.
Looks like by number 21, Scott Scalant. I can't. Here it is, the 4th quarter, and I still can't pronounce his name.
Scagliotti. And I think number 37, Keone Coe, was in there also.
Bear River Bruins better hurry up here. Someone's got to come out. That's Timoney coming out. Could be a pass play on this one.
Well, they're spread wide right. Allen, the quarterback, hands off to Hulsey up the middle. Grind it out one more time, Marty, for another pickup of 9 yards.
Yeah, the clock is winding down to 3 minutes and 32 seconds, and if Bear River can keep the ball, they can run the clock out here, but they've got a long ways to go. They're on their own 38-yard line with the third down and 2 yards to go for a first down. First down here could put Placer Hillmen in very serious jeopardy.
Well, they got to start calling some timeouts here pretty soon. The clock continues to run, and it's at 3 minutes and 4 seconds right now as Allen brings up the team. He's under center, and penalty flag
outside
on the play.
Delay a game.
Delay a game indicated against the Bruins. Moves it back to 3rd and 7.
This late in the season, should not be making these kind of mistakes, but I don't know. 30 seconds seems to be going by very fast here, Gil.
Well, the problem is that penalty stops the clock, and it was winding down quite nicely for Bear River.
If Bear River doesn't get the first down here, then they're going to have to give up the ball back to.
Well, now they stopped the momentum of the clock. It's at 2:59, and now they got to run the play now. Now they have it Hulsey off the right-hand side. It's going to be close to see if he got the first down after the penalty. He gained about 5 yards.
It's going to be short.
By Steve Montoya.
Yep. The Placer Hillmen have called timeout with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the game. I don't know if
4th and 5, and it looks like the whole team is going out there for this powwow with Coach Logue. I think all that's missing out there is the JV players.
Yeah.
Well, it all comes down to this. A little ball control wins the game, and Bear River kind of stymieing itself with the penalty. They have the clock winding down. All they had to do was get out of the huddle in 30 seconds, run off a play. They still could have had 4th down in order to get a first down, and the delay of game penalty stops the clock, sends them back 5 yards. They only gained 3 on the next play, and now they have a 4th and 5 situation facing them with 2:45 remaining.
Yeah, I don't know that this late in the season, making those kind of mistakes, and Coach Logue walked out of that huddle with the players with his eyes pointed up at the sky and said, "What is going on here? They're going to have to kick the ball.
Help me,
Placer's
Jesus."
going to get it back. This is going to come down to the to a defensive battle here at the end by Bear River."
Well, once again, turnovers and penalties.
Excellent kick there.
Very nice. But it's going to give Placer the ball.
They're going to have to go about 72 yards, or maybe not that far. They have an excellent field goal kicker. They just got to get down inside the 20-yard line, and the possibility of winning this game with a field goal.
Well, let's see what the Bear River defense can do. As we saw on the last drive, the Bear River defense really rose to the occasion and wound up being 4th and 22 for Placer when they punted the ball away with 4 minutes remaining. Now they get the ball back, and the crowd starts its defensive chant. Wakub has the team. Oh, it's a handoff. Handoff pass. Looks like we're going to try and get it back out to Wakub.
Great tackle. Who was that? Number 55. Kent Sheridan came in and just leveled the halfback on that, who was trying to make a pass, and that is a big play, Gil. Big play for Bear River.
It was a pitch from Wakub to Montoya, who was going to do a pitch pass, and it looked like they were looking for Wakub right out in the flat, but he was well covered by number 21, Zach Lowe. Wakub back to pass now. He'll fire out to the right-hand side.
Almost intercepted there by number 22, Matt Logue. He was the only one in the area as that pass slipped off the quarterback's hand. So it's 3rd down and about 8 yards. No, it's 3rd down and about 18 to go.
And just like that, the hopes of the Placer Hillmen begin to fade as the Bear River defense continues its momentum from the last play, from the last series. Walkup back to pass, slips on the grass, fires over the middle to a wide open receiver.
Short of the first down. That was an excellent
Scott Hardgrove, number 8, the receiver.
Excellent pass route. Came over the middle. The ball was right on the money, and they caught it. And he's just short of the first down marker. That was about a 15-yard pickup on that play, Gil.
Well, he's more than a little bit short. Looks like they got about 3 yards to go in order to pick up the first down. So the season comes down to this, Marty. Great third down play puts them back in the ball game, but only puts them back in as far as an opportunity to make the first. The only thing for sure that we can count on here is that it will not be a punt.
What was your first clue on that? I think you absolutely figured that one out. And for this late in the season, this late in the game, excellent summarization there, Gil.
Well, you don't have to be a play-by-play announcer to figure that one out.
Now,
even the producer can do it.
Bear River has got to step up. This is their season right here.
The crowd is on their feet right now for 4th down and 4 for Placer. Walkup has the team lined up. He'll hand off up the middle. First down, Placer, and more as he breaks into the secondary. Only Holder can catch him.
Holder almost fell down, too. And
Mike Holder did fall down and still was able to get up. He was determined not to let him score, and new life is breathed into the Placer Hillmen with the first down on the Bear River 30-yard line.
I tell you, this is exciting high school football.
Whoa, Nilly! And just when we were ready to shovel dirt on the Placer Hillmen, here they come up with a big third down play, followed by a 4th and 4, 30-yard run. Walkup back to pass, going deep for the end zone.
Just out of his reach. 2 defenders on it, but he had them behind the defenders, and the pass was just a little bit thrown high and just off of his fingertips. That was in the end zone.
Oh. My, oh my, what a turn of events here. In 2 plays, the Hillmen have gone down 60 yards on the Bruins and are holding up at 2nd down and 4. And Marty, they're very close to that field goal position that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and I think that it could come down to the field goal here. If they can pick up a few more yards, they might be in field goal range. The defense has got to do it right here.
There's the battle of the line right there. Up the middle, off the left-hand side.
Good tackle. Good tackle by Zach Logue. He stayed in his lane, was waiting right there for the runner. Good open field tackle.
Zach Logue, a game-saving tackle there. There was nobody besides him. If he doesn't make that tackle,
that's a touchdown.
It's touchdown Placer. 1:04 left to go. Bruins ahead by 2, 14-12. And what a great game this is for you on the Nevada County Game of the Week. I'm glad that you're joining us here from the comfort and warmth of your living room. I'm Gil Dominguez along with Marty Mortensen. And believe me, it's cold out here, but the fans are hot. And the cheerleaders are hot. And there's the mascot, and the band is playing. And this is high school football at its finest. Come on out to a game next year. You won't be disappointed, either Bear River or Nevada Union. Great community action right here in the Sierra Foothills. Okay, 3rd down, Marty.
Yeah, this is a big play here. They've got to hold them right here. They can't afford to let them get any closer.
Hillmen, no strangers to big plays. Walkup brings him up to the line of scrimmage. He'll signal motion off to the right. He'll take the snap. He's back to pass. No, he's going to keep the ball, run up the middle. Only gains 1 yard, though.
And that was Nick Whitney came up with a big tackle.
He wants him up on the line. He wants him up on the line. I don't know what he's going to do. It's 4th down and 4.
And
he can't spike the ball. He's going to have to try and pass and get the ball. There it is, corner of the end zone. No good. No good and no flag. desperation play
Great
for
defensive
Placer.
play there by Zach Logue in the end zone. Went up high, knocked the ball away. And Bear River has just dodged a big bullet.
Well, Bowman Walkup, the quarterback for Placer, signaling his team. We got a timeout, Bear River.
With 36 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Like we were saying, Bowman Walkup telling his team to get on the line of scrimmage as fast as he can and calling the play probably on the line of scrimmage. They had no huddle and forced to try and get something going on a 4th and 4 with the season ending play, season on the line there. Unable to come up with the big play this time.
It was a corner pattern deep in the end zone, and Zach Logue went up and tipped the ball away. The very last moment, excellent defensive play. The Bruins have now, Bear Rivers now has got 36 seconds left to go to run the clock out, and they've dodged a scoring opportunity by the Placer Hillmen. They hung in there.
Well, if
Excellent.
I'm Bear River, I'm just taking a knee right here. I'm just going to wait till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to see exactly what happens. Clock is running. They may have to take one more knee before the game is over.
Second and 11.
The timeout on the field. No, the timeout.
no.
They're letting the clock run down
They're
before
letting the clock run down. The executive producer of tonight's broadcast is Gilbert Dominguez. And the assistant producer and director of tonight's show is Corey Dominguez. As time runs down here, our camera operators tonight, Casey Dominguez, Zach Navati, Marissa Dominguez, Lynn Dominguez, and Greg Watley down there. Your announcers are Gil Dominguez and, of course, Marty Mortensen here to my right. There he is. The Big M, they call him, up here in the booth.
Coach Logue just got a bucket of ice water dumped over him. That ought to be really nice for this time of the evening.
Oh, yeah, that's... And, of course, this is a copyrighted telecast of Touchdown Productions. All rights are reserved, and if you want to get a copy of this, get in touch with us, and we'll set you up. So, Bear River hangs on in the waning minutes of the fourth period, shuts down 2 impressive Placer drives in the fourth period to wind up with a 14-12 victory and place themselves in the coin flip for tomorrow morning. Let's thank our sponsors now one more time. We'll go through our couple sets of sponsors. The Nevada County Game of the Week has been brought to you by Liberty Motors of Yuba City and Liberty Motors of Grass Valley. Now you have 2 dealers waiting to serve you. Same great sales and service, Liberty Motors.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Watch them build a better Grass Valley on Linton property for all your construction needs.
And the Little Red Schoolhouse Educational Supply Store. Come in for the We're Not Moving sale. It's happening all Christmas season at the Little Red Schoolhouse Educational Supply Store.
And brought to you by the House of Print and Copy, the print shop that thinks it's a copy store. Get your full-color business cards, brochures, and banners from the House of Print and Copy, 11501 Nevada City Highway.
And, of course, Touchdown Productions, your leader in sports television in Nevada County. And what a great game we brought you again tonight as Bear River defeats Placer 14-12.
And how lucky do you think we can be, Bear River can be, tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock when the coin flip to see who is going to represent the second team in the SFL in the playoffs.
And the Nevada County Game of the Week is brought to you by A to Z Supply, 13369 Ridge Road in Grass Valley. They are your Ace Hardware store. Remember, you do have a choice. That's A to Z Supply on Ridge Road, 273-6608.
El Dorado Savings Bank with 2 neighborhood locations in Grass Valley and on Main Street at Lake of the Pines in the Combi Plaza.
And Combi Trophy and Awards, the official trophy shop of the Game of the Week and your leader for local awards in sports trophies. Go down and see Steve Dickey. Heck of a nice guy there at Combi Trophy and Awards upstairs in the Combi Plaza.
And by Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County. Be sure you ask for them by name. Tell your real estate agent you demand Inter-County Title Company of Nevada County.
That's right.
477-2050.
With records
On
dating
Sutton
back
Way.
to 1850. When you know what? It was still cold in 1850, Marty.
And it was cold here, and I think that cold snap just moved all the way up here.
And, of course, Touchdown Productions. Join us next week as we bring you exciting football playoff action from the campus of Nevada Union as Nevada Union Miners take on the first-round playoff action live from Hooper Stadium. We'll bring all the action to you next Friday night. Nevada Union in its unbeaten season, and that should be a heck of a game. So as the Placer Hillmen finish out their season and huddle up over there, Bear River's already broken up their huddle. It's been a really great season for Bear River. Let's hope that the coin toss tomorrow, Marty, goes the Bear River way.
It sure would be nice to have the Bear River team. They played so hard and has given the fans so much excitement over the season. I think it'd